Captain's log. I am working on. I started this because I was like, I need to be seen right now because like the energy that I feel in my body is like it's good. It's a good one. Because of the business stuff, not necessarily because of what's going on in the world right now. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. But I feel like what's weird is like I feel like as I'm growing up in a way of like, oh, I can actually feel like I feel the power that I could speak up and say what I think. It's like, how long is that gonna be the case? How long is that gonna be the case? But found new things to do with my business, and that's what I'm excited about. I found out how to run a Facebook ad, which honestly should have known that before. Kind of did, but now I feel more confident with it. Like I literally just needed someone to lay it out for me and like produce a video and see the video within days of the release before Meta or Facebook or whatever changed where things go and where things are. Instagram has changed the layout of the thing. Like I should know these things. I don't know these things. But anyway, I'm learning about Go High Level and how there are tools that can be used for AI things. Okay. I'm catching you up like you're a stranger. I'm talking to myself here. I know what's up. I know what's been happening. I know it could happen because I've dreamed about it, both good and bad. And I have an opportunity to get in touch with who I am and who I've been called to be. And I can make the gap between those two places smaller. I started today writing about who I want to be, about what money I want to make. Where's the notes? Yeah, what is the relationship to myself that I crave? That's what I started my day with. Handling things, no enemies. I want the people that I have wronged to have an opportunity for reconciliation. I want to feel confident to make that reconciliation happen. Whether that's Sage, who I pretended to care about when I couldn't lock a door, and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna be your white savior mediator, and I participated in a drama that I wish we had done that differently. And to Matt, who made him look like a bad guy, when honestly too, it's like, anyway, listen, a lot of times we want people to show up for us and we don't want to show up for them. And I've been there, I've done that, I faced that, I still face it because there's reconciliation I want to do and I want to have that I'm scared to pursue. because I want to assume they're going to give me what they've given me before. And even when I don't want to assume that, or when I want to assume the best, I still have to look at the track record. So that's really frustrating. But is the track record like all them, or do I have certain expectations and I'm just frustrated that they're not being met? Right? Even if they're a reasonable expectation, I can have reasonable expectations that someone's going to show up for me and be kind to me. And if they don't, I don't have an expectation that they must change for me. I have an expectation that I will limit my exposure to it. Anyway, I'm saying all this because I'm like, do I go back to this person who I made a website for, let them literally fuck me over without them saying a word about it, and then call me needy, and then call me to tell me that they're dating somebody else? And I want to be good to that person. What, like, and and like a lot of that isn't just like, oh, I want to be good for that person. A lot of that is I want to see someone live up to the expectations that I put on them before they had a chance to say no. Even when he did say no. So, I started with that today, and then I went to review what I'm supposed to be doing, or what I did yesterday, and I started coming up with, it's interesting because as soon as I started to review things and clean things up, I started going into work and just working on a profile for a client, and then I started coming up with solutions to their problem in like a pretty innovative way, if I say so myself. It might be uninformed, it might be naive, but like, this is the second time it's happened like this, and the last time I waited too long. I waited way too long to get back to the person. This time I don't have to do that, but I also need to know what I'm pricing and how I can actually fulfill what I'm saying. What if I practiced what if I said, hey, I have $500 worth of advice. Will you give me $5 for it? And then you could take it or leave it. And then I would still practice getting paid. I would be giving way more value than what I got paid. And I don't know, maybe. Do you have $5? Do you have $5? I literally went in my head. I like drove down to the office, said, hey, I've got a bunch of ideas for you. Here's $5, like, do you have $5? I don't know. Okay. Then I went into all the stuff I need to do cold calling. And actually, I think I did this. Sorry, no, I did that before. See, I don't know. Okay. I went who I want to be. Then I went, okay, I need to be cold calling, right? So I did all the things that I need to do to cold calling, like having a list of numbers, having an actual offer, having a service to deliver, having a script for different parts of their journey, having a means to pay me, software that I might need to use, maybe even like just procrastination deterrence when I want to procrastinate and be like, okay, you're BSing yourself, or you're being overstimulated, or you're being sad when there's nothing, like, you haven't even talked to somebody yet. You're already assuming that they're saying no. Oh, I should do this the other way. See, like, I should put the camera the other way. Because it's going on YouTube, right? I don't know. Okay. Well, and now I can't turn it now. See, this is why I need systems and lists and things to do. You know what I mean? Like simple things. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna write. But where do I write it? Where do I write it? Here? Is it gonna do me any good here? I don't know. It's gonna do me some good. Turn camera horizontal. There. From now. Hopefully from now on. But you know what? It's great for Instagram because now this is like the format. Okay. So procrastination. Then somehow I was like, oh, I need to get confidence. And then somehow I went into like forgiveness and how I needed to forgive myself and forgive other people. And then I started forgiving myself for these things that other people have caused me, if that makes any sense. So like, there's that song in Wicked, like, when they say forgive, like, and now I ask forgiveness for all the things I've done you've blamed me for. And you're like, okay, that checks. Okay. So, for instance, like me distancing myself from this person who was not great for me. I'm like, oh, I felt so guilty for giving myself space from that. And that's something that's like, everyone's telling you, but like, it's a weird thing. You feel that way. And I was like, Jason, I forgive you for leaving that person on red. And we would have liked safer behavior from both parties. Jason, I forgive you for ignoring the protocol. Things could have been cleared in the right environment. And that was about a working relationship that I had where I didn't follow the directions and I went with my own intuition, or actually I went with the recommendation of somebody else in the company instead of my own intuition, and then I got like reprimanded for it. And even in that moment I was like, I couldn't be like, oh well, that person told me to do it, because like I did what I did. And it's something that's been weighing on me for over a decade. And I could apologize for that to that person, but I don't know how much that would actually mean to them. And at the same time, like, I have to say I'm sorry to myself. And what's so weird about all this is that person who I've been like with said that he had to forgive himself. Like, that was like one of his lessons. I have to forgive myself. And I'm like, you're gonna forgive yourself for a wrong that you did to me? Like, cool, I guess you're free now. Like, and I think that's what a lot of people have a problem with Christians. It's like, they could do a whole world of damage and then, oh, I'm saved now, so I'm a Christian now. And it's like, I'm talking about like how, like, what did Zacchaeus witness in the conversation, like in that one dinner with Jesus? Like, he was in a tree because he couldn't see. Nobody else wanted to be around him. He wanted to be above everybody else. Jesus says, come down off your high horse. I just want to have dinner. Like, was there a parade of beggars like on the way? Was there something the way Jesus acted? Is there something that he actually saw in Zacchaeus? Like, did he read his mail? Like, what happened there for him to go, I will give 7 times more than what I took. How does he, like, how do you even believe that you have the capacity to even do that? But I'm starting to understand by just going through this process, because I'm like, cool, yeah, take what you need. Like, let's make some money. Like, I know how to make money. I know how to get money. I know how to roll with money. If money's what you need, I got what you got. If it, like, how, like, how do you even promise that? It's crazy. Okay, so, and I don't know if he fulfilled that promise. Like, maybe that was like an expression or something, but like, that's a cool energy to be in. That's a really cool energy to be in, of like, I won't only make it up to you, I'll make it up to you like times 7. To however many people, like, that's wild. Okay. I even wrote, Jason, I forgive you for ignoring your intuition. Your voice matters and has weight to it. I can't even step on that right now. Jason, I forgive you for not being prepared. Let's work from there. Let's work forward. So that was the start of my day. Then I went into looking at a customer review, and then I had room for creativity. I had room to think about good things happening for me and for other people at the same time. Okay. Like, and I know this is real because I walked some dogs today and they're very anxious. They're very uppity. But today, who are they? What's this dog like? What's this dog doing like this? And yes, I've been training them, but dogs, like, I don't know. It's a little extra. It's like a little, it's like, okay, the energy's right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Goodness. Saving that. What else did I do today? I did a lot of research on YouTube. Research. I'm researching. Yeah. I'm researching. Okay. Can we take some action? Can we do like baby steps? Something. So I've got tomorrow laid out in like 45-minute increments. So again, I'm just I want to pull this down a little bit. I'm reviewing what I have to draw, like physically draw the way I want a customer or a client to travel through a funnel, right? And from what I know about this software, then I'm going to preview the software because I keep buying software and I'm like, am I using it right, or should what if I want to use something else? But anyway, we're going to go with it. And then, yeah, so I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to work on I made a plan for some posts for my own personal business page because I've neglected that for a long time. And it's not like it needs to be anything but just something that people say, oh yeah, that looks legit, and not like you just made it overnight. And I could even time all of these things in one of the new tools that I got. So that's great. Lots of things. It's going great. We're doing great. And you know what? Don't let anybody fool you. person can make things great. There's a lot more to it than that. Alright. We're at 20 minutes. I hope you enjoyed